My name is Lila Rodriguez, and today we're going to talk about industrial agriculture and solutions for industrial agriculture that we see today. Industrial agriculture has many lasting effects, not only on the environment, but as us as humans. Throughout the years, there have been countless efforts in finding solutions to this issue. In order to first look at the solutions, we must look at the history of industrial agriculture. It started in the mid-1800s and gained popularity throughout the 1900s. This is due to farmers finding out that they can create mass amounts of produce with less land and less money. Farmers learned they could achieve this by using pesticide fertilizer to keep their crops growing while also using heavy machinery to do large amounts of work at once. Pesticide fertilizer is created through multiple chemicals that creates a lot of damage to soil and neighboring ecosystems. Some solutions we see today for industrial agriculture are food sovereignty initiatives, political organizations and policies, and environmental movements and organizations. According to the U.S. Food Sovereignty Alliance, food sovereignty is the right of peoples to healthy and culturally appropriate food produced through ecologically sound and sustainable methods, and their right to define their own food and agricultural systems. People should have the right to access food through sustainable ways that won't break the bank, as well as having it accessible for the wide population. Who is working for this? Well, the National Family Farm Coalition, also referred to as the NFFC, is currently working to create multiple food sovereignty initiatives. One of these initiatives include the Food for Thought and Action, which is a type of curriculum that is being established around multiple states throughout the U.S. There are 3 goals throughout this curriculum. One is to understand current U.S. agricultural systems and how food and energy is involved throughout that. The second is to look at food sovereignty initiatives that are in place now and see how they are directly helping society and help the slowdown of industrial agriculture. And 3, envision how us as a society can work together to create sustainable food systems all around us. Another initiative that the NFFC has been actively working on is called the World Food Day, which is a day created to get attention around protecting agricultural biodiversity and also highlight the corporate control that is on our food systems. One political organization that we see that's actively working against industrial agriculture is the Environmental Working Group. The Environmental Working Group is a non-profit organization that aims to find the safest food choices for our health. This group has been actively involved in the California Food Safety Act. This is the first law in the U.S. to ban 4 harmful chemicals found in common snack foods. The Environmental Working Group's main goal of this is to reestablish safe and sustainable foods for everybody and to bring knowledge to the public about what is really in their food. There are 2 environmental organizations of many that are working against industrial agriculture. This includes the Food and Water Watch as well as the Community Environmental Legal Defense Fund. The Food and Water Watch is a non-profit organization whose goal is to protect the food, the water, and the world. They are working within many levels, state, local, and federal, to get this done. They are involved in many lawsuits against the Environmental Protection Agency. All of these lawsuits claim that the EPA has failed to inform the public around water pollution that comes from industrial farming. When industrial farms are being watered, the pesticides that are in the soil leach through and they get into local waterways, and there is not enough knowledge behind that, and that is what the Food and Water Watch is actively fighting for. As well as the Community Environmental Legal Defense Fund /CELDF which is a non-profit public interest law firm that provides legal and educational services to communities throughout the worldwide who have been threatened by industrial agriculture. The CELDF has almost 200 municipalities across the U.S. and has also been involved with the banning of sewage sludging, which is a process of using a semi-solid product of wastewater treatment and it's spreading around. The CELDF's goal is to protect vulnerable communities from these harmful practices and also educating them and putting it to writing, then changing the ways of our system. If we have learned anything from this presentation, we know that industrial agriculture is very, very harmful and it affects the environment, farmers, and our community. There are multiple different ways to target this issue of industrial agriculture. These different policies, organizations, and communities are leading the way to a new future without industrial agriculture. Thank you.